am so excited because I've teamed up to bring you this winter bridal makeup tutorial. I'm here inside of Couture Bride in Las Vegas, and they have been named one of the top 50 bridal salons in the country. If you're preparing for your big day, then this is perfect for you, either to do on your own or to show your makeup artist. So I'm ready to have some fun with you guys to show you how to achieve this look. Couture Bride has been so sweet today, and I'm trying on a few gowns, and the one I'm wearing now is by Lazaro. I put this look together with the everyday bride in mind who wants to look super glam on their wedding day. So come with me and let's learn a few tips and see how I got this look. Okay, my brides-to-be, skin prep is very important the night before. So as you can see, my skin looks very nice and healthy, very plump. That's exactly what you want. And last night I used my Peter Thomas Roth Rose Stem Cell Mask for 15 minutes, and this is just amazing. You guys really need to pick this up. It takes away your redness. It just nourishes your skin. So definitely make sure you use this. I already have on my hydrating cream. This is from Bobbi Brown, and this is a favorite of mine. It's exactly what you need for your big day, and there is also a primer included in here. So that's where I am now. Now we really want that glow. So I'm going to move into my NARS Skin Optimal Brightening Concentrate. And what's amazing about this is that it has very nice reflectors on it. It has a very pretty pink tint, so it'll just give you that glow from within. You can also do the MAC Strobe Cream, but I feel like this one is a little less intense, so I would definitely recommend this one. So I'm just going to take a few pumps. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my hair back. And I'm just going to apply a very thin layer onto my skin. So you just want to go ahead and let that dry for just a few moments. Our last step of priming our skin is definitely our primer. Now this is a cute little one that I got as a sample at Sephora. This is Smashbox Photo Finish. And you want to have a primer because we want our skin to look as smooth as possible. So you just want to rub this in between your fingers and do a very light layer. And this is going to fill in your pores and any uneven areas on your skin. Next, we're going to move right into our eyebrows. You want to definitely start with your eyes first before you do your skin in case there's any fallout from your eyeshadow. So I'm going in with my BH Studio Pro Brow Palette, and I love this because you get so many colors and it's so affordable. I believe it's around the $12 mark. Since I have very light hair at the moment, I'm going to be taking a light color. But first, I'm going to just rub my finger into this brow pomade, and I'm just going to smooth it over my brows. Especially if you have unruly brows, you want to definitely make sure you have some type of pomade on there. Now I'm going in with my small 266 angle brush from MAC, and I'm going to take this very light color here in the corner. And I'm just going to begin filling in my brows. And now we're going to lightly just taper that inner corner in. That's how you're really going to get that airbrush effect. You can take your concealer color, or you can even take your foundation in your normal color. I'm going to put just a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and you want to find a flat brush. This is the 195 brush by MAC. I'm going to dip my brush into that concealer, and you just simply outline your eyebrow, and it's going to really clean it up for you. So now we're moving right on to our eyeshadow. You definitely want to make sure you have an eyeshadow base. You want your eyeshadow to last through your big day and your big night, and you do not want it to fade away. So I'm taking this eye base by MAC. It's the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend. So I'm getting a small amount of that, and I'm working that into my hand. And I'm just going to get a thin layer to apply all over my eyelid and eye area, anywhere you're going to be applying your eyeshadow. You want to start from the top of your eye to the bottom. So we're going to start with our brow bone. And every time I do a bride's makeup, I always use Vanilla Pigment by MAC on their brow bone. It is just like a candlelit color, and it'll just give you that perfect glow on your big day. So you want to take a flat brush. This one is larger than most of them. This is the 252. And when you're in a hurry, your larger brushes are going to apply a lot faster for you. So I'm just getting that on my brush, and I'm going to apply this to my brow bone. Do you see how amazing that is? It just lights up your eyes so quick. And you really want to pack that on well. So we're doing a very, very frosty, cool color on our lid. So we want to go in with something matte and warm in our crease to just kind of, keep it a little warm. This is the Warm Palette 15 color palette, and it has anything that you can imagine from lights to dark. So I'm going to go into this color here, and this is called Saddle. So to apply our crease color, you want to take a blending brush. This is the 224 blending brush by MAC, and it's going to get in here really well for us and do all the work. So I'm going to take Saddle, get my brush in there, and I'm just going to begin applying this to my crease. And you want to use windshield wiper motions back and forth. And you want to start on the outer corner and work your way in so that it doesn't become too harsh on the inner corner. Now after we get that color very well in our crease, we want to begin blending out. So we're not adding any more color, we're just using what is right here, and we're just going to begin blending that into our highlight. So you can see we have this beautiful contour in our crease. You want to take something that's a little lighter than that. This is what we used. Now I'm going into this. And now I'm just going to go in here very gently, and I'm just taking this into the inner corner because you want this to be very soft, and you're just kind of blending that matte brown out. This will just photograph really well for your wedding pictures, and it will not be too harsh, but at the same time, you want to make sure you do have that definition in your crease. Now we're moving right on to our lid, and I'm taking this gorgeous color by Inglot. You can see how beautiful. It just looks like it was made for bridal, and this is in the color 153. You want to take your flat brush again, because anytime we're packing color on, you want to make sure you have a flat brush. So I'm going to pick up a lot of product. I'm just going to spritz it with my Fix Plus by MAC, and I'm just going to give it a few sprays. Now what this is going to do is intensify the color as I apply it. And you can see it's just making it very metallic, and that's exactly what we want. And you want to do 2 to 3 layers of this, so just continue to pack it on. And this is Just by MAC, and I'm just going to take my brush into here. It's softer, it's still shimmery, and I'm going to apply this into the inner corner. You want to go back in with your fluffy brush. You don't need to apply any product, and we are just blending the two of these colors together so that it is just flawless. Okay, so we're moving right along, and this is the e.l.f. cream eyeliner. It's only a few bucks, you guys, but it really does the job, and I love it. It's really dark. So you want to take your angle brush, you can dip into your product, You want to start in the center of your eye and just begin pulling it back. And there you have it, you have your cat eye. Now you can start small like that, but I'm going to build mine up just a little. And there you have a nice simple cat eye. So go ahead and complete it on the other side. Now we're moving on to our mascara because we're about to apply our false lashes. My absolute favorite mascara is by Dior, the Dior Show Blackout Mascara. And if you want that va va voom lashes on your wedding day, I would definitely suggest this. So definitely make sure you have waterproof mascara on your list. Now we're moving right on to our lashes, which is a huge part of your look. Please do not go down the aisle without a pair of falsies. And these lashes I'm taking, this is actually from my line, timetheinfamous.com, and these are my 3D mink lashes. So these are the lashes that Beyonce wears every day. She wears mink lashes. They are a little more high end, but go ahead and splurge because it is your big day. The main goal with lashes is practicing a week before your big day, and 2 is definitely measure your lashes because everyone has a different lid length, you guys. You do not want to just stick this on your eye. You want to make sure that it fits. So I will show you how to do that. And you're just going to put your lash right above your natural lashes, and you want to make sure that inner corner isn't too far in. And then you want to see where it falls off on the outside, and I just have to trim mine just a tad. This is the dark tone one because it dries black. So we're going to apply our first layer, and you want to just let that sit. Now, one of the #1 questions from brides is, how do I get my lashes to last all night? And I have the solution for you guys. After your first layer of glue dries, you want to go ahead and put on another layer. And then you want to let that sit for 1 minute, and then we're going to pop these on. So I'm just going to use my fingers, and you want to start in the center and then place the outside. And now you want to place the inside. After you have your lash on, you want to go ahead and push them up. That'll push the band closer to your lash line, and that is your main goal. Now we're moving on to our lower lash line, and this is my favorite part of the look because this is my secret to looking super beautiful on my special nights out. So you definitely need this for your wedding. You want to take a white eyeliner pencil. My favorite one is by MAC, and it just simply is white. If you're a deeper complexion, they also have a natural colored one, which is kind of a creamier, deeper color so that it's not too intense on your deeper skin tone. And we're just putting this right into our wet line, and this is going to instantly pop open your eyes. And make sure you pop this into your handbag because you will have to reapply it through the night. That is the only downside about this. Now, if you do not want to do that all night, you can definitely use your black pencil. But the only thing with this is that this is not going to give you a bright-eyed look. Now we're doing our lower lash line, and we definitely want to put eyeshadow there. A lot of women have no idea that you're supposed to put eyeshadow on your lower lash line, but that is what gives you that put together beautiful look. So you need 2 things. You need a pencil brush, and you just want to take your same eyeshadow base, and we're going to begin working this into our brush, just on the tip, and you do not need too much at all. Now you just want to make a line right under your white line, and you want to do this fairly thick. You don't want to be super light with it because we want to pack on our color down here. Now you want to follow the same colors you did at the top along the bottom. So my inner corner is Just by MAC. So I'm going to take that color. I'm going to take my pencil brush, really swirl it in there, and apply it to the inner corner at the bottom. And you just want to keep that right in the corner. And you can see how it brightens up my eye instantly. So now we're going to finish off our eye with this same color saddle and follow all the way to the outer corner. And most women tend to be very light-handed on this part. Make sure you're really pressing that product in and don't be afraid to apply a little extra because you do want these colors to last all night. So now to finish off our eye, you definitely want to frame it with a deeper color. Black sometimes can be a little too harsh, so I love to take Sketch by MAC. Even though it's maroon, you will see how great of a color it is, and this is great on all skin tones. So I'm just taking my angle brush, I'm getting it in there, and I'm just stamping this right underneath my natural lash line. And after you stamp on the outside, you just sweep in lightly and it just completes your eye. Now you can see we're still keeping our eye open, but definitely having a little bit of definition at the end, and you definitely want to have that so that every shot of your profile is very defined and put together. Next step, we're moving right into our mascara on our lower lash line, and this is really important if you want that bright-eyed doll look. Make sure to really take your time on this. If you're rushing, I would even skip this step, but definitely take your time. And a really simple tip is to hold your mirror up above you and look into your mirror so that your lashes are more accessible that way. So we're all finished with our eyes. Now this is where the look is really going to be pulled together, and I'm going to transform into the beautiful bride-to-be for you guys as a great example of what you're going to be looking like on your wedding day. So let's go ahead and move on to our foundation. Now we've already prepped our skin. There has been more than enough time for all the products to soak in well. And now we're moving on to our NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and this is definitely a winner for my brides. Now, I am going to also be using my Studio Fix Fluid from MAC. If you're looking for a really flawless application, which I'm sure you are, I would definitely pick up the Marc Jacobs, the Face 2 brush. And this is just absolutely gorgeous. It's going to apply the product like no other and really just stamp it in there. Now I am going to spray this with my Fix Plus because you do not want your brush to absorb all your product. And then I'm just going to go right into that foundation and begin applying it onto my skin, and you will see how beautifully it applies. Now you can see how flawless that foundation has my skin, and it even covered up my birthmark. It covered up my red areas, so that is a great foundation. So now we're moving on to our concealer, and you want to grab a beauty blender. You guys have seen these everywhere, and you have to make sure that this is damp to activate it. Now if you have very dark circles under your eyes, you will want to apply your concealer first. I'm using this concealer only for a highlight effect, so that's why I'm putting it over my foundation. And this is in the color NC20. And right before you apply that, you actually want to prep your lips because we are going to apply this before we continue on. This is our Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. And even though you're getting married and you may want those fuller lips, you may not even want to go get injections, and that is what this lip gloss is for. You guys, I swear by this. I absolutely love it, and you will see how it plumps my lips. Now it does need about 10 minutes to sit for like the fullest effect. So that's why I'm just going to hurry and pop this on real quick. And what you want to do, you want to take the tip of the applicator and you just want to draw a line right outside of your natural lip line. And this is where your lips are going to plump up. So now that we have that going, we're just going to hop right back into our concealer. And I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to get that on the tip of the applicator. And I'm going to begin blotting this right underneath my eye area because we want to go for that Kim K look. You just want to start with a small amount of product and you want to keep it concentrated in this area, and then without dipping back into your concealer, we're just going to begin pulling that down, kind of in circles. And we're going to take this back to the edge of our eyebrow. So now what we're going to do, this is where you can clean up your eye area. So you want to look up and you just want to get right underneath there. And you really want to stamp that in there. Now we want to also highlight the high points of our face. So we're just going to drag this right down our nose, and you can just tilt your chin down to do this. And we're also doing our chin. And we will usually do our Cupid's bow, but since my lip gloss is still on, I'm just going to skip that for right now. And I'm going to set my concealer now. So I'm just taking this really fluffy brush. You can take any powder brush that you'd like, and I'm taking my MAC Pro Set Powder in Invisible, and this is just such a magical product. You put it underneath your eye area, and it is just going to give you optical diffusers, and it's just going to make you look just like sun-kissed, like coming from within. It's really amazing. So I'm just getting that on my brush. And I'm lightly setting this, you guys. Now you can see how beautiful this highlight is. Now we're moving right into contouring our face. So we want to take this same brush and use the tip of our brush. And I'm using a really inexpensive contour today, and this is the NYC Color Wheel in the color All Over Bronze Glow. And it's really cool because you can kind of swirl all the colors that you want. So I'm going to concentrate in this deeper area here. And I'm just going to tilt my head and begin carving out my cheekbones. And you want to do this with a very light and even hand, back and forth. To warm up our skin, we're also going to be applying this along the temples of our face. And if you have a larger forehead, you can do it around your hairline. If you have a small forehead, do not do that step. We're also doing our jawline. Now I can't believe this, but I was doing my makeup and my liquid foundation is so beautiful and has such great coverage that I forgot to put on my powder because I did skip a step. So let me just quickly apply that. And don't worry, you guys, sometimes these things happen. You just have to keep going. So you want to make sure you're putting your contour on top of your powder. So now that we have that contour, you want to take your favorite bronzer. This is from the Riri Hearts MAC collection. And this is in the color Love Rihanna, and I absolutely love this. I would definitely get a bronzer from MAC. Definitely do a little splurging on your bronzer. Now we're just going to begin applying small circles. And keep a very light hand. You see how my brush is just lightly going over my skin? And then you want to smile and gently bring this onto your cheeks, just to complete it. Now we're moving on to lips, which is a huge part of your look, and I'm taking my favorite lip pencil, which is Stripped Down by MAC, and it's this absolutely gorgeous deep brown, and I'm going to overline my lips if you want a full lip look. Now for our base lipstick, because we're going to be taking these two lipsticks. This is called Honey Love by MAC, and this is what this color looks like. It's a warm pinkish brown, and I'm going to apply that very softly. Blot my lips a little, and you can totally stop there. But I just want a little bit of sheen, and this is You've Got It by MAC. This was limited edition, but Tanorama would work as well, and I'm just putting this in the center. Now we're going to finish off our lips with my favorite lip gloss by NARS, and this is in the color Tease. It's just super soft and very pretty, and it just gives your lips a very wet look. Now, if you want to do a classic look, you can definitely do this a matte lip, but I like to give my brides a little bit of gloss. You want to put a small amount on, because you do want it to wear throughout the night, and the more gloss you have, the faster it'll come off. Now we're just finishing off our look with my favorite blush to use for weddings, and this is Gentle by MAC, and it's a mineralized blush, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. It'll just give you that nice pink glow without overdoing it. So you just want to smile and apply to the apples of your cheeks very gently. Last but not least, you do want to apply your highlight, and this is Albatross by NARS, and I love this color. Now, I personally like a lot of highlight. If you do not, you do not have to apply as much. And you just want to run that down your nose, on your chin, and your Cupid's bow. And if you'd like, you can definitely contour your nose. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. I like to use a sheer powder so that it's not too intense. And after you apply that, you definitely want to make sure you're blending this harsh line out. I'm going to take my Fix Plus and just spray it all over. And this just binds your powder and gives you a dewy look. So you guys, that's my winter bridal look. I really hope you enjoy, and congratulations to all my brides-to-be. I would love to see if you recreate my look. I have topped it off with this veil from Couture Bride as well, and they also supplied me these earrings. So I really hope that you guys love this look. You can also pair this with a deeper lip if you'd like, and tweak anything that you want to your liking. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you again to Couture Bride here in Las Vegas. I hope this look works for you on your big day, and until next time, I'll see you later.